Hi everybody, it's Brad with the Big Family Homestead, and in this video we are talking about the singularity. So let's get cracking. Okay, so today's video is a bit of a brain bender, and it all started out basically like this. I was opening up an email from a company that I'd purchased something from on Amazon, and they gave me the tracking number right there, and I decided, I just went ahead and highlighted it and thought, I wonder what would happen if you just, Googled that number. So I right-clicked on it and clicked search with Google. And sure enough, my suspicion was correct. And basically it took me to a page that showed me exactly where that package was in the wide world. And I thought to myself, man, oh man, within a quarter second, the system, this computing system, this whole way of tracking stuff, and within a quarter second it tells me exactly where that thing is in the globe. And I just thought, man, holy geez, there is a ton of computing power out there, and it's just amazing that it keeps growing in leaps and bounds and leaps and bounds. And then I started thinking about this concept called the singularity. Now, first of all, what the heck is the singularity? Well, the singularity is pretty loosely tied together by this concept that computing power will eventually get to the point and intersect with humans in a way that will be completely revolutionary. Basically, leaps and bounds in technology will be going so fast that humans will not be able to even keep up anymore without having machinery in you, not just on you. That you basically, it'll go so fast that you won't even be able to communicate with people who don't have tech as a part of their bodies. And I want to show you this graphic because this is an interesting thing for me. Just consider this. Now, we have basically had recorded human history since around 3500 BC. We're talking way back then. Right, now you go all throughout time, right? Now, we've only had computers since when? The 1950s? Now, all of that time, from 3500 BC all the way up to 1950s, no computers, right? Around 1903 was the first flight, right? First manned flight. Well, you start thinking about that. Okay, there's a lot of time that has happened between there and there. Now, 1950s to today, 2016. Now we've got computers that you wear, there are computers that are embedded, there are computers in everything. Consider this, it was only in the 90s that we had the internet officially, right? So you're talking about a very tiny, weeny little sliver of history where we've had computing power. Now, check this graphic out by a guy named Ray Kurzweil. Now, Ray Kurzweil is a futurist, and he basically has been an inventor. He's invented a lot of different products. He works for Google now, and he's one of those big brain guys, right? Well, he's had over 86% correct predictions, and he's been making predictions for the last few decades, right? And he's been hitting the mark 86% of the time. So the dude is crazy smart, and he's usually right when it comes to these futuristic predictions. Well, take a look at this chart here. Now, he's saying that the singularity is pretty much inevitable, and it's coming to a theater near you real fast. If you look here, you're talking about in around 2019, he's saying that three-dimensional nanotubes are pretty much the dominant computing substrate. Around there, that humans will begin to develop deep relationships with artificial intelligence. You move on to a very short period of time later, in the 2029 range, we're talking artificial intelligence claims to be conscious and openly petitions for recognition of this fact to become, frankly, like human. Computers are now capable of autonomously learning and creating new knowledge on their own. You look in 2030s, we're talking crazy stuff. Nanomachines are directly locked into your brain. Oh my Lanta. 2040s, people spend most of their time in full-time immersion into virtual reality. And then about, he says, 2045, the singularity. Basically, he's supposing that $1,000 will buy a new computer that is 1 billion times more intelligent than every human being combined. Let that one sink in for a second. Wow. AI surpasses human beings as the smartest and most capable life forms on the planet and ever known to be on the planet. And you go on and on and on and on and on, and things look more and more grim. So, okay, officially brain blown. Well, what does that got to do with me? Well, here's the big question for the day. I'm just a guy who's trying to raise his family, you know, make a couple bucks, put some money in the bank, take care of the family, be true to my creator and my God, and just grow stuff and be left alone by the government. I'm just a normal person, just like everybody else. Well, why does this matter to me? It's kind of like one of those things, and here's the big question is, should we care at all? Is this going to be forced upon us, or is there going to be options? Or is it going to be like Ray Kurzweil supposes, that it is going to come so fast and so complex that people that don't accept this form of technology, these gadgets, gizmos, whatever you want to call them, implants, that they won't even be able to communicate with people that have them. It'd basically be like trying to talk to a slug, is what I've been seeing, that a human trying to communicate with a slug, that they're going to be so far advanced that in a very short amount of time, we won't even have the ability to connect. So for me, the question is, all right, what can you do about it? Because I'm of the mindset that this is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I mean, to me, I just see nothing but, well, put it this way. You know, it's like the military develops things that, you know, they do it for one reason, and then usually, you know, the tech will catch up in the private sector and stuff will be made useful for the general public. Like GPS, right? That's a pretty good thing. The internet, that's a pretty good thing. Well, they both have their pluses and their minuses, but when you're talking about tinkering around with the basics of what it is to be human, I don't think this ends well. And that's the question for you guys today. What do you think? Do you think that this is a road that we should try to deviate from? Because frankly, in my opinion, I believe it will change what it is to be a human on the base level of what it is to be a human. And I think humans will cease to exist if this is a path that we choose to travel down in a society that's out of control right now. So just food for thought, thinking about that. Thought I'd share it with you because you guys always have some really cool ideas and comments, and I thought, well, geez, I'm gonna bring this up. Just maybe one of my harebrained afternoons, but you know, hey, I figure I'd share it with you so we can all be robots together. I don't know. Anyway, Brad with the Big Family Homestead. You guys have an amazing day.